When people talk about car safety, they usually imagine one big turning point, everything changing all at once. That, like, say, one person or one moment or a controversy suddenly made cars safe. But that's not really how it happened. Early cars weren't just unsafe by modern standards, they were dangerous in ways we didn't fully understand yet. Steering wheels were rigid steel, dashboards were solid metal, and in a crash, the car didn't absorb energy, the driver did. So engineers started asking different questions. What if the car failed on purpose? Instead of transferring all that force straight into your chest and skull, what if part of the car were designed to collapse, bend, and give way at first? That's where things like the collapsible steering column come from. Not as a single invention, and not from one person, but from years of crash research, real-world accidents, and engineers finally realizing that rigidity wasn't the goal, controlled failure was. Now this is where Ralph Nader enters the story, because in the 1960s, he wrote a book called Unsafe at Any Speed. This book criticized how automakers approach safety and argued that preventable design choices were costing lives. The book and the attention around it would put massive public pressure on the industry. This was also somewhat controversial. Many automotive enthusiasts argued that Nader was unfairly targeting the Chevrolet Corvair, oversimplifying complex engineering problems and using that moment to launch his political career. Others argued that without the pressure, safety changes would have taken much longer to happen. Both views exist for a reason. What matters more is what came out of that era actually. Steering columns would be designed to collapse instead of spear drivers. Seatbelts became standardized instead of optional, and crash testing evolved from guesswork into real data. Modern cars don't protect you because they're stronger. They protect you because they're smarter about how they fail. When you walk away from a crash today that would have been fatal 60 years ago, that wasn't a miracle, and it wasn't one person's victory. It was engineering learning, sometimes the hard way, and the survival depends on managing the energy, not fighting it. And honestly, that lesson would change cars forever. This has been a Fun Fact with Josh. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.